How's it going, ladies and Bruces? I'm Papa Sixkilla and welcome back to Meteor World Actor. We are about to attempt to apprehend two elves out of three. No, one of them wasn't an elf. Whatever. Let's just get back into it, shall we? Jesus, it's not going to work out anyway. We're obviously a huge screw-up and this is all going to go painfully badly. Let's do it. Two shadows take off as we approach. They scatter in two different directions. They noticed us. Hurry, Clarice. Right. We're above the Sigurd, who's hurriedly climbing down. Clarice lets me go again and I drop. This time I'm near the wall and I cling to it with an icy grip. But I'm still falling fast. It won't be easy to stop. Freeze! Police! I angle myself over the Sigurd's direction. He sees me and tries to go faster. Unfortunately. He panics and his hand slips and now he's upside down. Hey now. They're still 20 stories up. Even a Sigurd can't shrug off a fool like this. After the screaming fades away, there's a dull thud. Whoops. I finished my descent at a more leisurely pace. Is he okay? Luckily, the man landed between buildings. Nobody's likely to stumble on the aftermath. That air conditioner's broken. He must have bounced a few times on the way down. The devices mounted on the adjacent walls are damaged. Finally, I reach the ground. I see what looks like blood in an abandoned shoe. Fallen items belonging to our Sigurd suspect, but no body. There ought to be one. I follow the blood. Oh, it hurts. Holy cow. I'm too impressed to come up with anything smart to say. The climber is injured, but somehow alive. His left arm is bent at an unnatural angle. After the fall he just took, I'm amazed. Sigurds can climb like cockroaches and they're as sturdy. It's incredible that humans keep up with them at all. This time we're lucky they're practically unkillable. Now we get a live suspect, which beats a dead one. He's trying to drag himself away, so I give him a light kick. Just enough force to flip a grounded bug over. The climber looks up. He's in no shape to argue. You sure ran in a hurry? What kind of deal was that? Call it ambulance, please. Looks painful. Cough up what you know and you can have your pick. Ow. What'll it be? The ambulance or a hearse? He groans. His breathing is too ragged now to form words. I guess that was too much to ask. At this rate, he might seriously need that hearse, so I give up and call him an ambulance instead. Hope Clarice has better luck catching a flyer. We caught him. They got away. Hope springs eternal. It's not like I'm surprised. I've had about enough failure myself. Had about enough of failure for myself, yeah. We knew it was going to go badly. Everything they do goes badly. After the report, but before our next mission, I drag myself over to the smoking room. The chief follows me out and enters behind me. Don't worry, I'm being good. My, do you think I'm here to rub salt in your wounds? I figured you might be. Perhaps by reminding you that you should have shared the intel about that roof. Or by pointing out that you let two of the three suspects escape and arrested the third in a life-threatening condition. Sounds like salt to me. The chief's not the type to yell at me. This is more his way. He seemed to be expecting it. Actually, I'm here about something else. Do you remember what I discussed with you yesterday? About shutting down the 13th? Are they serious about that? Wait, is that meant to be gone? The rumours are swirling harder by the day. Could they really do it this fast if they wanted to? You kick us out on our butts? Who knows what we might do? But please, let's keep the joke civil, Hiryu. Threatening me won't get you anything, you know that. I'm not threatening anybody. I pull out a cigarette and light up. So, does the chief, as usual. I know it's difficult with the country in this state, but we need to be aware of the situation within the NPA. You got it, Chief. That's your job. You'll handle stuff up top for us, right? May I remind you that I don't have any power? You got it, Chief. You're not even listening. It was a long day, but I'm back outside my apartment. My phone rings. It doesn't recognize the number. It's me. I got a good guess who's on the other end. But we met up only yesterday. What gives? I thought you were worried our phones might be tabbed. There isn't time. I'll make this short. As expected, it's Linda. Her voice is unexpectedly fraught. The cult has found out about you. Don't let your guard down even for a second. She hangs up. It was always a matter of time. I could only kill so many of them before someone caught on. Linda will be in trouble too as my accomplice. From the sound of things, she's in danger right now. I don't mind criminals fighting amongst themselves, I better be on my guard though, more than usual. The elevator deposits me on my own floor. I think these fucking window boxes have gotten out of hand. Just a thought. My neighbor's gardening operation dominates the hallway. Has she been watering them? They don't seem to need it. I find my key and stick it in the lock. I stopped, noticing some kind of sand at my feet. Damn it, did Chiffon get another new plant? Chiffon in the next room isn't running a beautification project so much as a subsistence farm. I assume it's dirt from a new source of nutrition, but... Oh, and I've seen the sand somewhere. Cripes! A brilliant flash fills my field of vision. A split second later, the sound and the impact follow. I hear falling rubble hitting surfaces around me. Only half my brain is working, my eyes won't open. Or maybe that's from the flash. Either way, my thoughts haven't caught up to reality yet. Fighting through the all-consuming pain, I force myself to suck air into my lungs. A burning pain assaults my throat. I want to throw up. What happened? I need to get a grip. I compel my arms to move, writhing to push myself up. When my vision returns, I realize that I've been hurled out into the alley. How? Is my first question. I was going home. I was at my door. I managed to get my torso upright again and think. And I felt something warm on my left hand. I turn my aching neck slowly. Check what it is I'm touching. A corpse. Identity indeterminate. Probably alive only seconds ago. Meat now. The explosion. This must be someone from my building caught in the blast. Or a pedestrian who was just walking by. Whichever it is, today wasn't their day. My eyes go into my room. There's smoke rising from it. If I'd reacted any later, I'd be dead. It was the call from Linda that saved me. Had that talk not put me on high alert, I couldn't have activated my powers in time. Not my first choice of rescuer. I don't want to move, but I don't have a choice. If that explosion was intended for me, somebody might be by to make sure that it worked. I have to get out of here. I'm not in any condition right now to fight. With the wall's help, I drag myself to my feet and walk. What am I doing? Everything hurts. That means I'm still alive. There's blood dripping from my head. I might be injured. Darn. It might have been easier to die after all. My need for vengeance burns hotter than ever. You goofed. I'll pay you back double. With every step I take, my right leg burns with pain. As long as there's pain, I know I'm still alive. Intermingling opposites. Two weeks before the explosion in my apartment. We're jumping back to get some context. Wait, can I close this too? Ah, I see. It's too early. I open my eyes and what do I see? The ceiling. Typical. Reality can piss right off. I'd burrow back into the covers. There's no one to stop me. That's the best thing about living alone. If I had family or a woman to love me, that might wake me up. Not much risk of that when you're on your own. Man, having nobody's great. And don't let anyone tell you that I'm making excuses. That's an absurd allegation. I love loneliness. With no one here to stop me from going back to sleep. Good morning. Rise and shine. What a beautiful day. Not a soul to stop me. Breakfast, let's eat. Then it's time for work. No soul. Good morning. Rise and shine. What a beautiful day. Stop. Breakfast, let's eat. It's time for work. Forget that I forgot I had an alarm clock. I throw off the covers and reach for the bug buzzing in my ear. Too slowly to catch you. You have to wake up. Shut it. I live alone, but it slipped my mind that I have a pet. That's a pet? An annoying one. Worse than a dog or a cat because it talks. You're thinking evil thoughts again. Lies and slander. Something nasty about me, probably. Clever girl. Not only does she speak, but she has rudimentary intelligence. Why do you care if I want to slack off? I care a lot. It could affect my lifestyle. Go work at a roadshow to make ends meet. Pixies are rare. You could earn your keep. I'm good. Come on, get out of bed. Jeez. I forced myself into a sitting position. Even though I get to sleep in, if I lived alone. I check the time. Half an hour before work starts. I'm as good as late already. If you take a minute in the bathroom, and a minute to wash your face, and a minute to change, you'll have plenty of time. You can't rush a good dump. My face needs a lot of attention. I don't want to take my time getting myself dressed. That means I won't get there in time. I doubt it. When's the last time you even washed your face? How long does it take you to pull on a dirty shirt? Takes me a while to pick out an outfit. You wear the same thing every day. I could count the things in your closet in one hand. Minimalist fashion takes a lot of thought. You don't believe me? It's not just about the clothes anyway. I want to do a nice deep cleanse before work today too. Maybe I'll pour myself a bath. Fill the tub with steaming hot water and relax. First I'll go out and buy some soap for a bubble bath. I feel like I'm on vacation. Melissa unglazes her eyes after my rant and riposts. How about you save that until after work? Killjoy. Just let me do what I want for a change. You spend 99% of your time doing what you want already. Why not try actually working for once? Freedom is my middle name, you know. You never told me that, but I can believe it. Hey, we just wasted 2 minutes talking. Don't bust my balls over a minute or two. It takes a while for you to walk to work. Can I just call a taxi? Can you afford a taxi? Nope. Then why would you suggest it? It's just how badly I want to take it easy. Worst comes to worst, I have Clara swing by in a cop car. That's an abuse of power. When I was little, they said I didn't know my own strength. Special, they called me. A real iconoclast. That might not have been a compliment. Now then, I wrap up my beauty routine and prepare to head out. Hey, Ruka? Yeah? Are you gonna keep going with the cult people? Melissa avoids the word. But do you keep killing them? That's what she's asking. I'm in too deep to pull out at this point. I met her euphemism with another euphemism. Yeah, I know, but still. Relax, if I die, you've always got Claris. You magical forest creatures seem to get along. Ruka... I know where I'm headed. Always have since that day. I also know I'll probably die along the way. If you put a gun to my head and ask me my regrets, wish I'd drunk more good booze and dated more good women. During the daytime in the 7th, the sky is dark, but the city's alive. Everything's a garish neon, spotlighting the people. I'm on my way from my room to work when a voice comes from behind. Can I have a moment of your time? Never seen her before. She's young and pretty hot. And she's got nice curves. If she's hitting on me, I'm listening. I doubt it. Sure, I have time. There's an outraged commotion inside my coat pocket. My alarm clock wants to remind me that I'm late. Silly thing. Please step over this way. She leads me over to a wall, outside the throngs of people. Is she gonna murder us? Thank you for sparing a little while for me. I understand that it's sudden, but may I ask you for your contact information? Whoa, I was daydreaming. But is she for real? I guess the early bird really does get his worm wet. There's a phone number, okay? Absolutely, I'd like to know your address as well. Is she planning to skip the call and just show up? You got it, baby. Could you also let me know your age, household composition, and annual income? I'm glad she's interested, but she's been pretty aggressive. Weirdly aggressive, actually. Also, she seems to be holding a clipboard. You aren't trying to get in my pants, are you? Get in your... No, this is something much more serious. She gets up in my face. Do you believe in God? Excuse me? Oh no! I have to save. You know what happens when there's a question? You know what happens when there's a question? Doubt. Nope, can't say I do. Great, I knew the moment I saw you, you'd be a great fit. Oh man. For people who believe in God, and also people who don't, I have the perfect beverage. She pulls out a plastic bottle full of what looks like water. This is blessed water, it's good for the spirit. So it's just water. That's the best case scenario. If you drink this every day, you'll either enjoy divine protection or nothing will happen. I kinda wanna know which. For you, sir, protection. If you act now, I'll send you a box full of 24 bottles, absolutely free. Did you say free? That changes things. Yes, may I send you this special offer to the address you gave? You're promising me it's free, right? For you, sir? I hope you'll continue to enjoy blessed water in the future. That was lucky. Not the way I was hoping, but still. Hey, are you sure it was a good idea to tell her your address? Sure, it's just water, why not? That whole thing was incredibly suspicious. Darn right it was suspicious. You said that your pet has rudimentary intelligence, and yet she's still smarter than you are. What does that say? But that's no reason to freak out. If anything goes wrong, I'll just play the cop card. When they inevitably try to overcharge me for the water, we'll see how their divine protection works out first. Suit yourself, don't say I didn't warn you. Could easily be the cult. Now they get your address so they can put a bomb in it again. I get to the station a few minutes after I was planning to. Here I am again, like a good wage slave. I don't feel like working, not even a little bit. Good morning, Detective Hiryu. Yo. I know the guy at the front desk, so I say hello as I head in. I drag myself over here every day. This is the heart of the MPA, the armour of the 7th. In a country teeming with criminality, this is the only building that's never been broken into from outside. There's a good reason for that. Trying anything here would make you an enemy of the state. I don't care what your power is, that's not a smart move. Like taking candy from a baby, except you're the baby. Lots of people figured they'd rather be doing the taking. The MPA doesn't have trouble recruiting. Looks like an easy way to cover your butt, but the reality isn't so simple. When there's a crime, you gotta go and fight it. Cops die in the line of duty all the time. Sup? Good morning, Ruka. This is Clara Zine. Something. Her name's too long. She has amazing luck to get to be my partner. If I weren't here to keep her out of trouble, she'd be dead 10 or 20 times over. You're 4 minutes late. Save it. It's just 4 measly minutes. Whether by a second or an hour, late is late. Thanks, Vin Diesel. An hour late and a second late are two totally different things. Certainly there's a difference, but not in whether you're late. Semantics. 4 teeny little minutes, that's practically on time. How is that so? You're a waste of a reality check. Forget I said anything. I win. Trust me, you really don't. This is Tamako. She has 0 muscle, but a knack for hacking. Sadly, she's also got a dirty mouth. Where's your partner? I hate to say it, but it seems he's late. She looks at the empty seat next to her. He's at least 5 minutes late now. That's a serious issue. Are we still doing this? Don't you know who I am, Gloomy Guts? They call me the Viper. Once I bite, I don't let go. They certainly seem to have a lot of nicknames. That's why they call me 7 Names Ruka. That's fewer than I thought. Hiryu, can I have a moment? The chief beckons me over, so I skip my seat and drop by his. Good morning. Morning, Chief. The 13th's fearless leader. Fearlessly managing all 5 of us. Wow. Kicked so far out of real leadership, he wound up here. Has there been any progress with your case from the other day? Sleuthing the heck out of it, Chief. Drug stuff like that's never easy to solve. I lay a little groundwork to make excuses later. That's too bad, I'm under a lot of pressure from up top. If we can't handle it, they may have to move it to another division. Steal my case? Huh? That isn't funny. Oh, I knew you'd say that. I don't like to give up an investigation so easily either. Then get them off our backs. I'll make the bus soon, you'll see. Of course, I trust you. His expression is not the picture of trust. So could I ask you to solve the case within the next week? The deadline's about the last thing I need. The only thing worse would be a 1-week deadline. You're not making this easier. I know it's a lot to ask, but our bosses aren't satisfied. And he can't keep them off us any longer, I guess. Please do your best. Yep. If we can't solve the case, someone else will steal our thunder. Can't have that. Better solve it. It's not as if I'm eager to get to work, but there's nothing I hate more than other people getting credit. Especially if it's the snobs at the first division. The case got more difficult, didn't it? Yeah, by a lot. If there's only a week, we can't be sitting around. Let's hit up the pavement. Okay. Clarice and I head out to go gather intel. There's another woman leaving at the same time. Good morning, Fuyumi. Good morning. A First Division detective and certified cold fish. She hates my guts, but maybe she's just hiding how she can't get enough of me. God, our dude is so delusional. So you still work here, Detective Hiryu? See? She's my biggest fan. Yeah, we're off to see what we can sniff out. Did this happen to be a drug case? Yes, they gave us a tight deadline. Don't tell her that part. Sorry. I'm not surprised. If you can't solve the case, it stands to reason that it should not be assigned to you forever. Please grace me with more of your First Division wisdom. I'll excuse myself. Fuyumi stalks off, still looking deadly serious. She's so stiff. Think she'd like a massage? And if you think she'd like a lawsuit, you know what? I'm good. She'd probably abuse her power as a cop to bury me. Unconscionable, but true. It's been quiet lately, hasn't it? You call this quiet? There's crime everywhere. Even just these past few days, the case of the panty thief, the case of the stolen donation box. 2 days ago there was the case of the illegal hitchhiker, the case of the unpaid restaurant bill. How's that peaceful? It's Crime City. No. Well, I suppose so. But in terms of life-threatening situations? Life-threatening stuff? We're lucky we don't deal with that stuff like that every day. That said, she's got a point. It's been a little while since anything big broke the surface. The drug thing is serious, but at least not that murdery. When we first partnered up, it was one thing after another. Assassins chasing Mel and the cop cutter case. And on top of that, there was the Schwald. Busy. I thought police work was danger on a daily basis. When you let your guard down, that's when it's dangerous. That's always when the serious stuff comes in. Is that your detective's intuition talking? You work this job long enough, you get a feel for that stuff. The radio crackles right on cue. If you're so hard-boiled, you've got a funny way of showing it. When you're really hard-boiled, it's under the shell. In my experience, the veterans you can't pick out at a glance aren't generally the competent ones. Shut it. Keep up the sass, see what happens. I'm so sorry, my tongue slipped. Tamako gets his snarking and then hangs up. Like hell she's sorry. Anyway, you gotta take every job like your life's on the line. I've heard of guys who wound up dead after dine and dash kills. I suppose you're right. Even on very minor cases, you can never be quite sure you'll come out safe. Clarice bows her head a little. At least she's heard of contrition. You just hope things stay easy like this. I will. This kind of thing can be the calm before the storm, can't it? To the point of cliche. Alright, let's put our backs into it. It's not every day I see you so fired up. Can't let the other divisions take all my glory. I'll take it. So, what are we doing here? You can't go to war on an empty stomach. Gotta keep the troops fed. This morning I didn't have time for breakfast. This is why people think you've cracked. Let them think that. Imagine 2 detectives. One tries hard, he gets respect, but he's useless. The other one takes it easy, he gets treated like an idiot, but he gets things done. Which do you think is the better officer? I'd have to say the second. That's right. The trouble is that you're a detective who takes it easy, who people make fun of, who doesn't get results. You're basically the worst of all 3 options. Hold on, who said anything about 3 options? Guess those ears aren't much good for hearing. I give you 2 options. Between them, you know which I am. What kind of false dichotomy is that? It's a fantastic dichotomy. You ever play Would You Rather? You don't get good options. But neither of your options fits you at all. She's hopeless. 0 taste in dichotomies for starters. It looks like I'm gonna have to explain things one at a time. Listen up, let's say you've got 2 doors in front of you. I explain so even Vars can understand. Okay, great. There's a huge fire behind you, you can't go back. To the left you got the door of Detective No Results Tryhard. What an impressively named door. On the right you've got the door of Detective Jackass Genius. Which one are you gonna run for? I ignore both doors and fly away. No elfing in my thought experiment. You're inside a building. I break a window and there's no glass anywhere, just thick solid walls. I go back out the room the way I came in. Are you messing with me now? That was a perfectly serious answer. Don't you remember there's a raging fire behind you? I'll have to use my wind to blow it. It's special magic fire that never goes out. I don't believe that exists. It exists if I say it does. Now make a choice. If I have to, I'll take the door of Detective No Results Tryhard. You gonna leave me hanging? It's nothing to do with you. I just wanted to go left. You're missing the whole point of this learning exercise. Okay, Ruka, that's enough of your nonsense. Coffee's ready. She plops down the steaming cups and tasty sandwiches. Thank you, Ryoko. Just doing my job. And Ruka, stop asking Claris ridiculous questions. What? You want in on this hypothetical? I don't want to be anywhere near it. I'm stinging from the zinging. She goes right back to the counter while I recover. How's that part of your job? Anyway, back to the point. Hey, Ruka, you know, about that case we're on. What now? My momentum's getting kneecapped. I heard something interesting from Tamako. Interesting how? Most illicit transactions take place indoors these days, out of reach of public cameras. Isn't that right? Yeah, you could say that. Sometimes they'll go meet up and deal directly, but that tends to leave direct evidence. We, the police, understand that, so we track people down based on the footage of them entering or leaving, don't we? That can be solid evidence too, yeah. But we haven't had any luck with that on this drug case. Yeah, that's why we're out chasing leads day after day. I was just thinking, what if the criminals are hiding out somewhere without cameras? Without cameras? In this country? Like where? There are cameras at every entrance and exit in the city. We live in a surveillance state. According to Tamako, who's a big surveillance fan, there are places where the coverage is more limited. So where are we talking? Rooftops. Rooftops, huh? What if the criminals are each reaching the rooftops from different directions and then meeting up? The cameras would never catch them. That'd be novel, I'll give them that. There's no way at this point to be sure, but really sure we can cut the rooftops out. Huh? You want to ignore them? I think that taking it in shifts to monitor the rooftops beginning today would be a good option. The rooftops. If you want to try it that badly, then go ahead, but... Okay, then first you'll go up and... Nope, you first. Why me? Because you said it. Don't give me that look. It's my call and I'm not changing my mind. What's the big deal? It'll be my turn tomorrow. Isn't it going to be cold up there? Cold as hell, yeah. I don't want it. Then maybe you shouldn't have opened your mouth. Well, sorry for having a good idea. This could be what lets us break open the case. Then less chit-chat, more stakeout. If anything happens, I'll be right here. Right there, within 2 hours, tops. That's too slow, make it 10 minutes. You'd be crazy, you think I'm some flying elf? I think you can be quicker than 2 hours. Fine, 1 hour. That's still too slow. In the absolute worst case, please make it less than 30 minutes. I'll do my best. Never in my life have I believed those words less. That's settled then. Right, one more word, Claris. I dare you. Sounds like you two are having a busy morning. Ryoko arrives, supporting a breakfast platter. There it is. Sorry for the wait. Listen to this, Ryoko. A crying Claris clings to the finest waitress booty in town. What's wrong, darling? Was Ruka mean to you again? What do you mean again? You're a jerk to your junior officer here. Is that how it goes in the hierarchy? Not for other people. Hear that? You got it good. Can you imagine having to be under Ikuta? You can say goodbye to your morning cafe breaks. These were never my idea. You're always the one dragging me in here. Oh, and you had to be dragged in, did you? You monster. After all Ryoko has done for you. What? Oh, no, that isn't what I meant. But it's what you said, ain't it? I think you did go a little too far just then. I didn't mean it at all. I really love this place. And I love you more, Ryoko. Aw, natural as cardboard. You got me all wrong. I'm sorry. I might have taken that too far. It's okay, I know what you mean. Ryoko pats Claris gently on the head. Set him up and knock him down. Forget it, I got food to focus on. After all, today could get busy. Well, that seems like the perfect place to wrap this one up. See, we're at half an hour and we just finished our nice breakfast. So yeah, interesting. They've got good chemistry. The dialogue's quite funny. I like it. Their banter is amusing. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next one.